Blog Talk Radio.
You are listening to Nat Turner Library Radio, featuring authors Michael Muhammad and Khalifa Muhammad. Nat Turner Library Radio.
You are listening to the Nat Turner Library Radio Network. If you are offended by black people discussing our suffering, black people discussing our struggle, and black people talking about solutions to our problems, then this show is not for you. You have been warned. Nat Turner Library Radio.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to the latest episode of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. I'm your host, Brother Michael Muhammad of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. Tonight, subject, 10,000 Fearless of the South. Interview with director of the 10,000 Fearless, Brother Barry Muhammad, will be in the building, inshallah, shortly. Today's date is July 5th, 7 p.m., 2020. And I'd like to thank you for listening to our season finale of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. Brothers and sisters, we were blessed to hear from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan yesterday. If you did not get a chance or you missed one of the most momentous moments, one of the rare going forward, the minister said he won't have many opportunities to speak to us in the future. He gave a warning to the entire planet. He gave direction, and he exposed Satan, and he told us the truth about where the origins of COVID-19 is all about. Please go to www.noi.org and look on the video series, and please listen to for yourself. Don't listen to the sound bites on social media. Go there, brothers and sisters. Support the Final Call newspaper digital by going to finalcall.com and subscribing. And brothers and sisters, again, you're listening to Nat Turner Library Radio Show, 515-605-9762. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the one God who appeared to us in the person of Master Wali Fard Muhammad, 4th of July, 1930. We thank him for raising up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who's the first begotten of the dead, the little man of Georgia, who's now the big man, who is the exalted Christ. We thank them both for backing and representing the force and power that is backing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who I bear witness is a divine guide and the last and final warner to the whole world. It is in their holy names that I greet the listening audience of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. In the words of peace and paradise, we say it today in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum. For those who are not familiar with Arabic, that just simply means may peace be unto you in the mother tongue of the original, one of the original languages of the planet. To my Hebrew Israelite family who may be listening in, Shalom Alaikum. To my more science brothers and sisters, Islam, or Assalamu Alaikum. Brother Grand Sheikh Haru here in Atlanta. Brother Habarigani, to my Pan-Africanist family, just means what is the news in Pan-Africanist, my whole Pan-Africanist language, Hotep. To the Comedic Science brothers and sisters, to Sister Yah Sentawa, Brother Hashim Akhenaten and Zinga, the Black Panther Party, Black Power to you, Nat Turner Gun Club, Huey P. Newton Gun Club, and to the Black Power family, just Black Power, peace to the gods and nurse to the 5 percenters, and to my good Christian family, wherever you may be, praise the Lord, and to everyone else who's listening. Brother, I can't forget my Rastafarian family. One love, Jah Rastafari, to the Rastafarian family. And brothers and sisters who are just listening, who are not affiliated with any faith or any system of organized thought, Good evening. Welcome to the last final episode of this season, Season 4. This is the Season 4 finale. We'll be back, inshallah, another month or two with Season 5. We have a lot of guests lined up for the next season. Brothers and sisters, please visit the archives of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. We had a show starting off the season with myself and Sister Tangela. We were discussing what it is to be a vegetarian, the concepts of it. Brothers and sisters, we had many guests dealing with the science of COVID-19, including Dr. Aleem Muhammad of the Abundant Life Health Attainment Clinic. We've had Dr. Victor Muhammad, who's a brother who's developed ImmunoBoost 100, and we've had Brother Eric Ahad Muhammad from Nature's V, the CEO of the only immunotherapy institution for women of color around the whole planet. Okay, and so this is some of the information we've done. We've had Dr. Umar Infentunde, or Dr. Umar Johnson, to discuss, as a black parent, what do you do with your children while you're sitting in shelter and in place. We've had Counselor Gerald King, who offered his number. So go back and find all of these on bromichaelmuhammad.com. That's www.bromichaelmuhammad. Of course, support me and support this show by going to Amazon.com or bromichaelmuhammad.com. There's a link there, and simply click on the ebook of the book that was written several years ago. It's a book called Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind, Part 1. It is a book that is about the subjugation and the effects of institutional racism on the black mind, and some of the things that you've heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan discuss yesterday in the Criterion. I suggest you listen to that lecture on going to www.noi.org. But I have some substantiating information verifying what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has said, including the origins of the Talmud, the Babylonian Talmud in particular, and what it has to do with black subjugation. That you can find in the book, Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind. You can buy all of this and look at all of this on the site www.bromichaelmuhammad.com. You can also click on the shop section and buy some of the fragrant oils that we have, fine fragrances from around the world, Egyptian musk, all types of sandalwoods, Blue Nile, White Nile. We have different versions of Asiatic fragrances, as well as a few designers such as Baby Fat Goddess and a few others like Island Love, Cotton Candy, things like that, shipped all over the country. You can buy all this today at bromichaelmuhammad.com. You can follow us also on Facebook by going to Nat Turner Library Radio Show. All you have to do, brothers and sisters, is type in the search box on Facebook, type in Nat Turner Library Radio Show. Like the page so you can get the notifications of any future things. You can also find the news already set for you. That will be discussed during the news segment, okay? You can also see the archives of any show, tonight's show with our brother, Director Brother Barry Muhammad. I see you there, brother. Assalamu alaikum to you, brother. We'll get to you in just a moment after the next segment. Thank you for showing up early to the show, Brother Barry. We thank you for what you do, single one-man operation, showing the direction and helping in the cause of freedom, justice, and equality down in the Bluff, the roughest, toughest section of Atlanta, trying to show our people some love and give them some hope when sometimes it doesn't see. Tonight we're going to talk about the 10,000 Fearless of the South, and we thank Allah for Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad and him following the instruction of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and creating the first 10,000 Fearless institution here in the wilderness of North America. We thank Allah for an obedient soldier. As Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad is, I am honored to have him as my minister here in the South, and I thank him for assigning Brother Barry to be the director there. It's better to have people who are willing to work than those who say they will won't do anything. So we thank them both for the 10,000 Fearless of the South. Brothers and sisters, please support the 10,000 Fearless of the South by going to www.10,000, that's 10,000, Fearless, FEARLESSOFTHESOUTH.com. That's the www.10,000fearless. The words 10,000 is spelled out with numbers. Okay, 10,000fearlessofthesouth.com. Okay, so please support. You can get some great clothing for the 10,000 Fearless there as well. Okay, there's links to several things, and we'll go through all of that when we get our brother Barry on the line. Okay, you can also support this show by going to www.bromichaelmuhammad.com and purchasing something. One of the T-shirts that you see there, we have the T-shirts for various subjects. You're going to find something that you like. We thank you for all those who are supported. And again, you're dealing with the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, 515-605-9762. I just want to go through a brief history of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. We thank the founder of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show and the Nat Turner Library on this past Thursday, Elder Baba Khalif Khalifa, founder of the Nat Turner Library, friend of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, way back in the 80s. He went through the history of how the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was one of many that were trying to start up, and of course the minister, the only one successful in starting the Nation of Islam up and continuing after the departure of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Brother Khalifa was one of the ones keeping the publications of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad going. And we thank him for doing that, and I offered to help him in getting the radio program there going. So Brother Khalifa on this Thursday came on to the show to talk about how he kept the books of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad running when Warfdeen Muhammad took the Nation of Islam in a different direction in the 70s. And so we thank him for that, and in that spirit, we want you to support the Nat Turner Library by going to khabooks.com. That's cobbooks.com. We thank him. Our brother's up in age, so we want to give him flowers while we live. We thank Brother Khalifa for his birth anniversary. You can support Brother still by going and giving him a Cash App birthday offering or birth anniversary offering. The Cash App is at $Khalifa157. That's $KHALIFAH157. We're suggesting anywhere from $5 to $10, but whatever Allah has in your heart to do, please show your appreciation for the brothers and sisters who are doing something. You're listening to the the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, and tonight's subject is the 10,000 Fearless of the South. And brothers and sisters, tonight's guest is Director Brother Barry Muhammad, a man who I'm very thankful for being here in the South and helping out the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan through his servant and our teacher and guide here in the South, Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad, Southern Regional Minister. We thank Brother Barry for helping him with the 10,000 Fearless, and we're making a better place to live in one of the worst areas in the South, also known as the Bluff. We thank him. Brothers and sisters, again, you can follow the Nat Turner Library Radio Show also by going to Twitter. We have posts every so often of the shows and our archives. You can go there by going to NTLR-radio on Twitter, NTLR-radio. You can also go to YouTube and look at the archives of our shows and all the podcasts by simply, when you go into youtube.com, type in Nat Turner Library Radio. Please subscribe, because anytime we have a new podcast that comes up, brothers and sisters, we want you to be able to listen to that. You can also go to Vimeo, Vimeo, listen to our archives by going to vimeo.com/NTLR. Brothers and sisters, before we go to the next segment, I say it again, as I said at the beginning of this episode, if you did not hear our teacher and guide, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who I'm eternally thankful to Allah for his guidance in this very dark, dark hour. If you did not hear the criterion, I suggest you go to www.noi.org and please listen to the wisdom and the guidance in this dark time. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan touched a lot of subjects, and over the last 24 hours we've heard from an enemy all across the media who are trying to disrupt the video from being put out, And as I have said to many a person, if they have nothing to hide, if the enemy of freedom, justice, and equality has nothing to hide, why are they preventing information from being passed on to the people? You know, I think the Jewish organizations, ADL, SPLC, and whatnot, if they're so afraid of people listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, then they should come to the table and tell us as to why. Accept the debate challenge. Alan Dershowitz, accept it. Accept the debate challenge, Nabrif. Accept the debate challenge, Mr. Greenblatt. Accept the debate challenge that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan put forward over 2 years ago. And if you do, and if you wish not to, my suggestion is leave us alone. And that's a simple thing. Either you're going to prove that we are what you say we are, or you're going to sit there and forever hold your peace. That's my comment on that. And brothers and sisters, please go to www.noi.org. Please support the Final Call by going to finalcall.com and subscribing to the digital version. We know that you don't see as many brothers out in the streets as you normally would, but the greatest newspaper ever created for humanity, freedom, justice, and equality, and the truth. No fake news on Final Call. I want you to go there to the site, but I want you to support the Final Call digital version. We thank Brother Richard and Brother Fontaine for their distribution of the Final Call nationally, and we thank you. Brothers and sisters, you're listening to the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, 515-605-9762, 515-605-9762. You're listening to the Nat Turner Library. Yes, sir.
It is time for the news with Sister Tangela.
Yes, it is. Boy, this time flies. Sister Tangela, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, alaikum salam, Sister Tangela. Welcome to the latest episode of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. How are you, Queen?
I'm doing well. All praise to Allah. How about you?
I am doing well after hearing my teacher and guide, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, yesterday. You know, it's like seeing a long-lost relative, but I appreciate that Allah has given us more time to hear him and hear his guidance in this dark hour. How about you, sister?
I agree completely.
Praise be to Allah. Well, Sister Tangela, we got some news that's been going on out there. What's been going on out there, Sister Tangela?
Okay, greetings, family. The first article is from gpbnews.org. Herman Cain is battling COVID-19 in Atlanta area hospital. Atlanta radio host and former Republican president candidate Herman Cain is fighting COVID-19 in a local hospital, according to a statement on his Twitter account. He wrote, "We are sorry to announce that Herman Cain has tested positive for COVID-19 and is currently receiving treatment in Atlanta area hospital. Please keep him and all who are battling this virus in your prayers." Herman Cain, who's 74, attended President Donald Trump's June 20th rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and posted a picture of himself in the crowd without a face mask. He called the atmosphere electric and blasted the news media for focusing on the smaller than expected crowd size. He tested positive on June 29th and was hospitalized on July the 1st, the same day that he sent a tweet admonishing masks and social distancing.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
so he is in the hospital. Now, they don't know if he actually contracted the virus while he was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or if the fact that maybe he did some other traveling that's in the last few weeks, so they're not sure where he may have picked the virus up from. But they're not necessarily saying he got it while he was in Tulsa, that he might have gotten it from somewhere, from another city that he'd been traveling to. But, yeah, he's in the hospital with COVID-19.
For those who are not familiar with Herman Cain, this is a man who calls himself a Republican conservative. Several elections ago, he ran for president, but exited the presidential election because he had I think it was a sexual harassment scandal or something like that. Okay, well, you know, we don't talk ill of anyone like this here unless they show themselves to be enemy, but the point was making in this article, brothers and sisters, is that everyone is getting affected by COVID-19, as the minister said yesterday. There's not one person on this planet who in one form or another has been affected that is not being affected by COVID-19. The minister made it clear yesterday that we should not walk around acting as though we're so holy and that we can't be affected by this. So he advised everyone, if you remember hearing, to wear their mask.
Yes.
And I thank Allah for the guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I say that this article is just proof of that. It doesn't matter if you're conservative, doesn't matter if you're liberal, don't matter if you're Muslim, don't matter if you're Christian, don't matter if you're young, don't matter if you're old. And in fact, if you remember, Sister Tangela, there's even some dogs here in Georgia who have contracted COVID-19. Am I right?
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few dogs. So, brothers and sisters, wear the mask as per the teacher and guide of us all, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Take it 11 alone. He said, wear your mask. Brothers and sisters, I don't care. Now, if you have claustrophobia, now look, I'm an undergraduate in psychology. You may not know it, but if you have claustrophobia, let me tell you what the sign is. You put a mask on, you get a fear reaction and a panic reaction. That's claustrophobia. Don't be worried. If you have claustrophobia, buy a visor for your face. They sell them at different places. Buy a visor, a clear visor. That's better than nothing, okay? But don't just say you don't want to wear a mask just because. This is real. People are dying, and you don't want COVID. So please, do something to help yourself and protect yourself. Yes, ma'am. What else you got, sister?
The next article from BusinessInsider.com. Native Americans protesters blocked the road leading up to Mount Rushmore and faced off with the National Guard in the hours before Trump's fiery speech. A group of mainly Native American protesters blocked the road leading up to Mount Rushmore for 3 hours before President Trump gave a speech at the National Monument. When they refused to disband, the protesters faced off with the South Dakota National Guard, which shot close-range shells at their feet and sprayed some protesters with pepper spray. By 7 p.m., 15 protesters who refused to leave the road had been arrested. The protesters were mainly comprised of Native Americans who are angry at the staging of the political event in an area that is sacred to them. The Supreme Court had ruled in 1980 that the Black Hills, where Mount Rushmore resides, was unlawfully taken from the Sioux people.
Wow. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah. You know, they have every right to be there and protest. I mean, this is a sacred land, and they should have respected the right of the people, the Native American people there, to not to be there, to having a political rally or speech or whatever he did at the National Monument, Rushmore Monument.
Yeah.
They have a right to be there. They have a right to protest.
Absolutely. Sister Tangela, brothers and sisters who are listening, what Sister Tangela is talking about is that they didn't have this on the news, but there were some Native brothers and sisters out there when Trump deliberately, first and foremost, all those monuments out in South Dakota, Wyoming, and Montana, and Utah, and all those places that were designated by the racist institutions, those monuments were put on sacred land. There was not people not living there, okay? Brothers and sisters who are listening, as the minister said yesterday, okay, and I want to make sure I'm quoting him correctly, he said the time is up for tyranny. And tyranny, really simply put, brothers and sisters, is anyone who wants to rule over another, as the minister said, a wicked husbandman, or anyone who's caring for someone wickedly. Their time is up. So the white man thinks it's their time, Sister Tangela, to continue to rule over the indigenous people, and Allah is allowing us to conquer them. So yes, ma'am, go continue what you're saying.
Okay. The next article is from CBSSports.com. Dan Snyder to review, consider Washington Redskins name change after pressure from officials, FedEx, and Nike. It appears a significant change is on the horizon in Washington. Dan Snyder has felt pressure before as an owner of the Washington Redskins, but not like this. They have long been calls for Snyder to change the name of the team from what is viewed as a racial slur toward Native Americans, but he's consistently refused to do so. At one point, going as far as to say it would never happen. That was then, however, and this is now, following a damning message basically an ultimatum from federal officials, a wiping of the mascot and name from Nike's online databases, and the request by FedEx CEO Frederick Smith, who is also a minority owner inside of the franchise as well, as head of the company that sponsors the team home stadium. He is now beginning to soften his stance. He'll now open up the floor internally for official review of the name per an official press release from the club, which strongly hints at the likelihood of a looming name change. So it seems like the Washington Redskins are finally going to change the name of their team, which they should have done a long time ago, because that is simply, that is this 2020, that should have been gone.
Well, yes, ma'am. Brothers and sisters, what Sister Tangela was talking about, whether you know it or not, the notoriously disrespectful name of the Washington Redskins NFL football team is under pressure. I think you said it, that the federal government officials, is that right?
Yeah, federal officials actually gave him an ultimatum. They get it changed.
Now let's look at this real quick. You know, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but let's look at that. For the federal government to tell a private entity that you're going to have to change the name or else, that means that they know there's civil unrest out there.
And they know that it's offensive. When you got people telling you that this is offensive to Native Americans, it is, and y'all know that. Just change the name to the team. Goodness gracious.
Well, I have to say this with all due respect, Sister Tangela. You're thinking that these people, and Dan Snyder's a Jew, you're thinking that they got a conscience. They have none.
No, they don't have a conscience. No, they don't.
These are demons. These are demons from hell. These are people who are hell. Right, and they don't believe that anyone has a right to correct themselves. These are the same people who took an organization like NOI Security that was headed up as a CEO by our brother, student minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad, and he had thousands of black folk hired. He cleaned up the black community, and the government paid him, or not paid him, but gave some contracts to do so in other institutions. And the same Jew who Dan Snyder represents, told the federal government, they don't want him to get any more money. They don't want them to get no more money, even though they're doing good. This is the people who don't care nothing about life or truth. And I have a personal vendetta against these kinds of organizations for what they've done to Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad and NOI Security. They're going to pay for that, and I'm going to do all in my power to make sure they compensate NOI Security for those losses. And they're going to have to pay for even thinking of having that name Redskins up there. This is something that we don't believe in a mystery God. We're going to have to make them pay for this in a very literal sense. So thank you for that article, Sister Tangela. What's
the next article is from the metro.co.uk. David Starkey says slavery wasn't genocide, as so many damn blacks survived. Now, David Starkey has caused an outrage and is facing calls to resign for claiming that slavery was not a genocide, otherwise there wouldn't be so many damn blacks. The 75-year-old renowned historian criticized the Black Lives Matter movement as trying to legitimate Britain and the West in general, and suggested that Britons go on about slavery. His comments have caused fears on social media, with many calling him racist and vile, while the remainder of the appalling views that still exist. In an interview with Darren Grimes, the founder of the pro-black campaign group Believe, Mr. Starkey appeared to downplay slavery by saying it was not the equivalent of the Holocaust. He also argued that the only reason that these young black protesters are here is because of slavery. Now, he goes on to speak in a video link from his home, and he goes on to say, Mr. Starkey goes on to say that slavery was not genocide. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many damn blacks in Africa or in Britain, would there? An awful lot of them survived.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, unbelievable. Dave Starkey is one of the most widely known popular historians in the UK, who has been a regular fixture on TV and other media for decades. So he has a large media presence and a large media following. But his whole entire, and the sad reality is, he's not the only person that thinks this. you know, a lot of people don't feel that. A lot of white people don't feel slavery was that. It wasn't that bad, you know, and that's unfortunate for them. They have no idea, no clue. And for him to sit there and compare and say for him to say that it wasn't as bad as the Holocaust, are you serious?
Our enemy is our enemy. There's no way to compare 2 or 3 million Jewish deaths, which any death should. Now let's make it clear: we don't mock death.
No, we don't.
Any mass amount of people murdered, whether it be the Muslims in Slobodan Milosevic's victims, where there was hundreds of thousands died, whether it be our brothers and sisters in Rwanda, where 1 to 2 million of them may have died, or half a million, excuse me, whether it be the 2 or 3 million that were systematically killed in Germany and Eastern Bloc Europe under the regime of the brutal Nazi regime, or whether it be 20 million to 50 million black men and women coming from the western shores of Africa that had died for that 300-year period, 260 years of chattel slavery, and the ones that died here and still dying. The point is that the enemy...
And to take someone's culture, language, and religion from them.
Right.
Yeah, you can't
even compare that.
You can't compare that.
Can't even compare that. We our mind ain't right. The fact that we got drugs in the bluff, the fact that we got all this mess going on, the fact that we have people like Brother Barry and Student Minister Abdul Sharif who have to do all they can in their power to help get us back right is evidence to the effects of slavery on the black man and woman in North America. And so David Starkey, I believe you said he's a historian in the UK. He has an audience of some sort. He's an ignorant man, and he's a man that needs to be quiet on issues that he's not familiar with. Listen to the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, brothers and sisters. What you got, sister?
Okay, the last article is from TrueDress.com. Armed black militia responds to KKK threats by going to Stone Mountain on the 4th of July and calling out white supremacist groups. Massive protests against systematic racism plus Trump racist rhetoric has fueled racial tensions that have led to violent attacks against black people in America, from police brutality to fight domestic terrorism. More and more mysterious hangings of black Americans are discovered all the time. There have also been increasing threats from racist white supremacist groups circulating the internet claiming that they had plans on attacking black people across America on the 4th of July. Well, the NFAC black militia responded to the credible threats by calling out those white supremacist groups who threatened the lives of black people, all while exercising their Second Amendment right to bear arms in the birthplace of the Ku Klux Klan, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Pushing Black News says the NFAC, which stands for Not Effing Around Coalition, led by Grandmaster Jay, showed up in a force at the birthplace of the KKK, Stone Mountain, Georgia. Most of the members are ex-military. They drew a sharp contrast between themselves and the Black Lives Movement, making it known that they aren't all about marching or bringing signs to gunfights. Marching isn't the only response to oppression. Another response is getting armed and being ready to intervene in violent attacks against our people. If you haven't yet found a black gun owners organization to become part of, become trained and proficient in handling firearms. This is part of every liberatory struggle. Even a nonviolent civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., included owned guns and was ready to use them for self-defense outside of the specific.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Are you reading from the article? It sounds like you're speaking for yourself. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It sounded like you were reading for yourself. I didn't know if you were making a statement or you're actually reading the article. I'm sorry.
No, I was reading the article.
Okay, because if the audience has to be clear, because it sounds like you were saying something for yourself. You got to
this is from the article itself. No.
Okay, you're reading from the article.
We don't believe in firearms.
Okay.
No.
You want to make that clear. Okay.
No, this is from the actual article itself. But the NFAC, they were in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and there are videos on Facebook. I've seen a couple videos on Facebook they were in full force, pledge, gun-toting, people. It was hundreds of them going through and was marching through Stone Mountain on the 4th of July yesterday. They had a rally.
How do you feel about that, Sister Tangela?
I mean, I think everyone. They're ex-military, so they. I think you know how I feel about that type of is needed. That type of military is needed. You're gonna need a military, and why not ex-military? We gotta have it, So I have no problem with them doing that.
To your point, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said in 2015, and I have the clip if anyone wants to hear it, where he said, "Do you want us?" The minister was speaking to the Justice Department. He said, "Do you want us to call our military back home for the fight here in America to defend and protect the black man and woman in North America? Do you want us to do that? Do you want me to do that?" Now, we're at that point,
we are.
Angela, I feel, where is no more talking.
No.
And, this is not about police officers right now. We're talking about the mob attacks that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad describes in the back of every Muhammad Speaks and every final call.
Yes.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we want an end to mob attacks against black people and these things like that. So we go back to what the Muslims want, brothers and sisters, on the back of every final call, and you'll hear everything that we believe. This group is one of many, and I saw a video, Sister Tangela, today that was forwarded to me by a good brother I know in Baltimore who had a video from another group up there, who is another group of militant brothers and sisters who are not affiliated with, let's say, the New Black Panther Party, who are arming themselves and training themselves for the protections of the mob attacks, and that's why the federal government told Dan Snyder and others, look, you're going to have to do something about this because these Negroes are about to rise up and overtake this thing. The minister made it clear yesterday that time for pushing us around is done. There ain't no more protest. There is no more protesting. You got a law has entered the fight, and America is done. We have to prepare ourselves, Sister Tangela, for leadership of ourselves. We have to make our communities a safe place to live. We have to rid our communities of drugs. We have to rid our communities of prostitution and of abuse and all those things that Allah is displeased with. And I thank Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I thank him for his representative here in the South, Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad. I thank him for Brother Barry helping out in the 10,000 Fearless. Do you have any final comments for the news for the night, Sister Tangela?
No, that's it. Thank you. I look forward to this interview tonight with Brother Barry.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Sister Tangela. I'm going to leave you as I greeted you in the words of peace. And assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
Well, alaikum salam, sir.
Brothers and sisters, we have come to the interview, the time period coming up soon. Brother Barry has been holding. We thank you, Brother Barry. We're going to go to a brief break. 10,000 Fearless of the South. Men and women to defend, work, and make the community a better place to live. We had our student regional minister, Abdul Sharif Muhammad, on a few years ago to talk about it. He was the first to heed the call. And anyone who heeds the call right away is an obedient man. He's a true Muslim. Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad. And we thank Brother Barry for taking up the direction here in the South to help serve the people in our community and make our community a safe and decent place to live. After these brief messages, we're going to get Brother Barry on, and let's talk about what is going on today with the 10,000 Fearless and how you, who are the listening audience today, can help the 10,000 Fearless wherever you are in the world. You're listening to the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, coming up after these messages.
Stay tuned for Nat Turner Library Radio. Stay tuned for Nat Turner Library Radio.
Attention please. Attention please. Final Call Radio is now live. I repeat, Final Call Radio is now live. Final Call Radio is a 24-hour streaming service featuring the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Hear messages from the minister 24 hours a day. Hear news reports and updates from around the country on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Take us everywhere. Log on to finalcall.com and click the Listen Live button. Final Call Radio, Final Call News, the official voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam.
This is your sister, Angel Muhammad, offering to the public a quality cotton protective washable face mask. It comes in various colors and sizes to fit your style. For more information, please contact me at 937-624-9764 or visit my Instagram page at I Am Learning at Home. This is your sister, Angel Muhammad, offering to the public a quality cotton protective washable face mask. It comes in various colors and sizes to fit your style. For more information, please contact me at 937-624-9764 or visit my Instagram page at I Am Learning at Home.
Here to tell you about my research study. The research study titled Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind, Part 1, The Black Woman. The long-awaited first research study titled is designed for the original man and woman of North America and those who wish to know the truth. Go to bromichaelmuhammad.com, BROMichaelMuhammad.com. That's bromichaelmuhammad.com. This title contains the hidden history from the antiquity of human beings to modern times and the behind-the-scenes demise of black consciousness. Did you know that the black woman has a direct connection to the river systems in America? Did you know that the fable of black skin being a curse is not in the Bible, but indeed a creation of the Babylonian Talmud? Also, in this book, you'll find the hidden history behind the women's liberation movement and black human rights as a form of black disunity. All of this and much, much more. Go to bromichaelmuhammad.com and purchase the book, Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind. This award-winning book is available now from Amazon on an e-reader, and you can purchase the hard copy at bromichaelmuhammad.com. You can also call 678-777-8288, 678-777-8288 to order your copy. I also am available for speaking engagements on the subject matter of this commentary. Call again, 678-777-8288, or visit bromichaelmuhammad.com. Also, go to Facebook and look up Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind, Part 1. Also on Instagram, Checkmate. Learn how to keep your black mind your own. Peace.
Nat Turner Library Radio.
After going through so many setbacks from COVID-19, millions of people have fell behind on their payments. Don't get caught with bad credit. Having good credit in 2020 is extremely important. It determines a lot about the lifestyle you live. Call 657-699-9901. Whether you want to buy a home or you're already a homeowner, whether you have one collection or 5 collections, judgments, charge-offs, or other negative credit, call us now at 657-699-9901. We guarantee results within 45 days and operate under the Credit Repair Organization Act. Why pay rent monthly on an apartment when you can be a homeowner? Don't make your landlord rich. You be the landlord. Buy and sell homes, cars, or stock. Do you have food stored in your home? Do you have enough room to store food? Purchase and own a 5-bedroom home instead of renting a 2-bedroom apartment. Call 657-699-9901 Credit Brokers. 657-699-9901 Credit Brokers. When you have good credit, you can get almost anything you want.
I am a warner from God. I might as well get it out, because there are some things that are about to happen that only a change in the behavioral pattern of those in positions of power can stop. The nations are angry, and God's wrath has come. It is the time of the deprived to be given justice. Well, what are you advocating, Farrakhan? Revolution? I'm advocating justice, but revolution is already taking place.
Stay tuned for Nat Turner Library Radio.
And we're back. Brothers and sisters, you're listening to the season finale for Season 4 of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. I'm your host, Brother Michael Muhammad, author of the book Checkmate, the War for the Black Mind, Part 1, The Black Woman, executive producer of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. We're in Season 4, and this is our finale. We'll be back in, inshallah, another month or so, depending on what it pleases Allah. But tonight's subject, 10,000 Fearless of the South. I didn't want this season to go on, or to go off, if you would. We went on and talked about so many different subjects dealing with COVID-19, protecting yourself, the conspiracy behind it, all this stuff. We had different doctors, different specialists on. But we wanted to make sure that I told Brother Barry about a month ago, I went to visit the 10,000 Fearless of the South. I said, brother, you need some help. And the help that you need is going to come in the form of the people who are willing to help. He can't do it himself, okay? One man can't do it all to help make our community a better place to live. And so without further delay, I want to introduce a brother who I've known for years, a man who, no matter where you go, you see Brother Barry there helping, doing something to make the community a better place to live. And Student Minister Abdul Sharif, Student Regional Minister of the South, had commissioned Brother Barry to be the director here in the South. So without further delay, let's bring on Brother Barry. Brother Barry, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing fine.
Can you hear me?
Sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you just fine.
Can you hear me? Brother. How you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you very well, my brother.
Praise be to Allah.
I just want to thank Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad for the opportunity to be able to assist him in working in the community. He represents Minister Farrakhan in the city of Atlanta in the southern region, and we represent Brother Sharif as a believer and a soldier in the community. We also represent Minister Sharif too as well on a larger scale to represent our local ministry and also in our regional ministry. He's a wonderful man. He's definitely a stand-fast man, and he definitely is a great father and a good minister, man, and a good brother to the community, not just to us, to the Christian community and all over. And he represents Minister Farrakhan very well.
Indeed.
And I just want to say thank you, brother. Yes, sir.
Well, you are very welcome, and thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir.
10,000 Fearless, beloved. Let's go through a couple of things real quick. I want to take a moment to tell the audience that on the Nat Turner Library radio page, prior to this interview, I went ahead and posted the ways that you can support the 10,000 Fearless. And, Brother Barry, I just want to go through them just to make sure I'm speaking correctly. So if anything is incorrect, feel free to interrupt me if anything is incorrect. You can donate at paypal.me. That's www.paypal.me/10,000. That's 10000 Fearless, FEARLESS. You can also Cash App, $10,000 Fearless Atlanta. That's Cash App is $10000 Fearless, FEARLESS, ATLANTA, 10,000 Fearless Atlanta. You can also go to GoFundMe.com. That's GoFundMe.com/10,000 Fearless, 10000 FEARLESS. The site that I mentioned at the beginning of the show is www.10,000Fearless of the South. That's 10000 FEARLESSOFTHESOUTH.com, 10,000 Fearless of the South. And if you have any questions, comments, or you would like to communicate with Brother Barry, the email is 10,000fearlessatl@gmail. That's 10000 FEARLESSATL@gmail.com. Now, do you want me to reveal, Brother Barry, the phone number that you had in that text earlier?
Yes.
Okay, you can call Brother Barry, the director of the 10,000 Fearless of the South, by calling him direct at 678-768-0445. That's 678-768-0445. And, Brother Barry, what can people do by calling you that number if someone wants to?
There's another number I want to give to you, okay?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and give me the number.
There's another number called 444370608. Okay?
Okay, so that's 444370608. You would like me to get that number instead? Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
That's the 10,000 Fearless number. That's the other number you just called was my personal number, which is...
okay, brother. I'm sorry. I was just going on that text you had sent a while back.
Yeah,
let's reverse that. Okay, so if it's out there, I'm sorry. Brothers and sisters, please, erase that number. Call 404-437.
Right. You can hold on to both of them.
Oh, okay. Well, either one of them gets
hold on both
back.
of them.
Okay.
Right.
404-437-0608. And what can they do by calling you, Brother Barry? What are some of the things that people that you need help with immediately for the 10,000?
We definitely, because the things, the kind of thing we got a tremendously high light bill here at the city of Atlanta because of the COVID-19 and the donation slowed down. So we definitely need support financially in that. And we also, we need more canned goods and things like that, and clothing too. Make sure the clothing is the same thing you wouldn't give to yourself. You want to give to the same people. And
yes, sir.
Anything else like that, you may have furniture or something. Just call me directly, and like I see, before you bring the furniture, we could place it to someone who really need it and who really need it. Want to place that to you. We don't want to bring that over unless we have an order for it. Right? Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you just fine. You were just fine before, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. And also on the recruiting part of the 10,000 film, we're still recruiting for the 10,000 Fearless. You can come on and join the 10,000 Fearless. We're community-based oriented. In the community, we take care of a lot of community things and the need in there. We're basically preparing to do more work in the community with the community patrolling, the counseling, the assisting, the conflict resolution. But all these subjects that I'm talking about in the community and related to the community and serving people, you have to be trained to do these type of things, because you can't approach the people who are already at a certain level of understanding and they need help. You can't approach them being in what you call the wrong spirit. The spirit got to be right to deal with people if you represent God. So Mr. Sharif, he wants you to be trained how to deal with these people. And this is just representing Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Because when you're serving God, you got to be trained to deal with our people. We have a psychology comes on, she train you. We have basically all the different needs, martial arts, just social and just proper handling the people. It's one of the key things dealing with the people in the community, and they need to. So we need people to come and assist in the clothing department. When we have clothes on our Tuesdays and Thursdays, we need organization for that. We need people to come on and help us and sisters and stuff like that, and train, so we can assist you on fundraising, on our phone banks, on conflict resolution. We have a veteran affairs situation thing. We have what you call like an information board. It's what you deal with. It's called the Atlanta Community Resource Book, and it handles different things in the community that we need. Just like if somebody knock on the door and they need furniture or something like that, if I don't have it, we have furniture, we have preschool, aftercare, computer classes, anybody got any substance abuse, we got classes with that. We got dementia, dental counseling, assistance and things like that, housing, furniture, food assistance, homelessness and everything. And definitely like that, people that are dealing with different, medical issues and things like that, transportation assistance for the seniors, tutoring, adult. We're in GED program, we're a connection center. We'll connect you to what you really need, because most of our people don't want to go downtown and be mistreated by other people when they're in the neighborhood, and they can come out here and get the same information, and they can call direct and make the arrangements to be able to assist them wherever they need. So that's one of the greatest things we do. So, and the conflict resolution is the first thing Minister Farrakhan talked about. Why did he say conflict resolution? Because conflict resolution will train you how to deal with our people, so you could be able to stop the beef, stop each other from going to one level to the next level. And you're showing people how to relate with each other and let them know that when you talking and relate to each other, let's talk to each other, not at each other, and understand two different people, because a man is made different and a woman is different. But it could be worked out if you're really trying to work it out together. And that's what we do over here at the 10,000 City. We bring peace to the community in the spirit of love and unity. And that's what Minister Street wants us to do, is have that love and unity and that patience and subsidizing and working with the people on different things. Like my Veterans Affairs, my guy Mike Duncan, he handles all our Veterans Affairs. And then we got, I have Brother Thomas over here. Brother, he works over here with me, Brother Ephraim, Brother Jason, Sister Tequila, Sister Canetta, Brother Charles, and it's a full operation. So we still need assistance. We serving people. And I could tell you a story one time when we was over here serving the brother over here. He was on drugs, man. He was on. We kept working with him. We made sure he had clothes, we made sure he had food. And one day I was down at the shelter picking up people for transfer for the Sunday morning service that we have before the COVID-19 came. I saw him, and he was doing real good. He said, "Man, thank y'all for my support." Now he's driving his own car, got a little Lexus, got a little Uber service. But see, that's a success story that you got to see that we do to so many people. And people, people knock on the door and they need food. And sometimes they don't need food. They just want to know someone that cares.
Right.
So everybody needs somebody to care. Everybody needs some love. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. They need people just to listen, and that's what the 10,000 Veterans do. Brother Ed was over here with me. He distributed on the food on Tuesdays, and on Thursday he does Thursday, and he got a group of sisters, Tahia, and mother sister. They cooks, and Sister Elizabeth, and another group of sisters. I call them the Chicago crew. They cooks, and they periodically a month service right now. They're able to bring the food over here. Food already been cooked, and we distribute it and things like that. And that's why and we work it very well in the spirit of love and unity, and we still need more help, you know what I mean? Because everybody have other things they need to do, and they donate at certain times. So, and we really support the new, the crime. It was higher than the crime. It went down tremendously. It's still down tremendously. I remember when we first started, the chief of police, Turner, came over here and told Brother Street, keep doing what you're doing. And the DeKalb County director of the police department over there, he came over there and he said, "Man, it's wild what y'all doing." What did we do? We only show love and unity in the spirit of God. See, when you represent Minister Farrakhan, you have to do that. It's just like he said yesterday. He ain't killed nobody. He ain't put nobody to death. He ain't did nothing but show love. And that's what we doing, you know. We show love over here to the people. And deep down inside their heart, because they know God is with them, and they know they see us trying to do right. And that's the thing I was saying, that we doing right. We trying to, we need more support, you know. We need more financial support so we can keep the lights on, so we can make sure the rent is paid, you know what I mean? So people can come and get served. Not 1 day a week, 7 days a week. If I'm not here, Brother Charles is here. Tuesday, Ephraim is here. Jason is here. You know, and we all support, you know what I mean? And like today, me and we got a thing on Sunday we do. My brother Marcus and Brother Bruce and Brother Richie and Colleen, and they started this thing called Bean Super Mass every Sunday. We have Bean Super Mass by 10:30. You can come get bean soup, you can get you a mask, you can get you some canned goods, get you some clothes, but the main thing, you come, you can get some of their love, you know what I mean? So somebody cares just to ask you, how are you doing today? It means a lot, brother. And that's the support that we need, you know, Brother Street. He's really, man, I mean, he's really, I call him you know, by being an athlete, I call him the best coach that ever played, because he let everybody get in the game and touch the ball.
You are so right. If I may take a moment to comment, because it gave me so much, I want to first use the last point you were making and make and validate exactly what you were saying. In my time of dealing with student minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad, I can truly say what you're saying is correct, and he is true. He is a coach that will let everybody touch the ball, to use the analogy, and let everyone do something to help. In fact, Brother Barry, I said it on air before, this show came out of a conversation from me and Minister Sharif several years ago. You know, I've been, challenged health-wise for several years and still dealing with some things. And I said, Mr. Sharif, I need the help in this cause of freedom, justice, and equality. I can't do what I used to do. I can't move around like I wanted to. And so he said, brother, you know, do something in the cause of freedom, justice, and equality. He said, do something that Allah has you the ability to do, and here we are. And so an opportunity came with the founder of the Nat Turner Library. He said, hey, I got an opportunity for you, and I took it, and I thank Mr. Sharif for that inspiration. And so in that spirit, yes, sir. And so in that spirit, you know, I'm going to say to the audience, if you want to help your people, there's something you can help in this cause, especially if you're in the Atlanta metro area or you're outside the Atlanta metro area. You can help somehow. And that one way to do that is to give some kind of donation. I went through a list of it. Go to Nat Turner Library Radio Show on Facebook and look at the post that I just made about 15, 20 minutes ago with all the ways you can donate, and the phone number you can contact Brother Barry, 404-437-0608. Former secretary here in Atlanta, about 10 years ago, I believe his name is Brother Darrell, he said that if you can't be there to help in the cause, you can at least give some money. A captain once told me that a person puts their money where their heart is. And that's an old saying, but if you don't believe in helping your people, then what good are we? Every month I give something towards the 10,000 Fearless. Every month I give something.
That's right.
That's automatic. And nobody has to ask me. Brother Barry don't ask me. Brother Barry, he knows I give. And so I give something every month since the 10,000 Fearless started up. Okay, I give every month. I'm suggesting you do the same. Ain't nobody forcing me to do it. I'm doing it because I believe in what the 10,000 Fearless of the South is doing. And I will continue to give, and I wish I had more to give. So you had mentioned a few things that I want to touch here. You talked about the donations. So this is where I believe people can help. You had said old furniture, right? Is that right?
Right. If you have some furniture, call me first and let me match or own or with the furniture without bringing the furniture. So if you brought the furniture over here, I can match it up with someone without you coming over here. And I know someone who wants it. I introduce you to somebody I know in the community that you could be able to relate to, and you could transfer. You and him could connect on that, and we could be able to make it happen and stuff. You okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is beautiful. And that makes sense because there's no warehouse at the 10,000 Fearless building. So, right. So that makes sense so we make it clear. If you have some old furniture, if you have some furniture you want to donate, I don't have to be old, it could be new. If you have some furniture you want to donate, I assume beds and couches and tables and stuff like that, Brother Barry, is that right?
That's right.
Okay. If you want to donate it, just don't bring it to the 10,000 Fearless building in the South. Call Brother Barry first at 404-437-0608. That's 404-437-0608. Okay, and say, look, I have some furniture, and Brother Barry and his staff will try to match up someone who needs that furniture so you can get a donation direct. Am I right in that saying, brother?
That's right.
Praise be to Allah. Okay, canned goods. Now, so people know. I know we know what canned goods are. Now, you're on the front line. What do the people need as far as food in that area? Tell me, because you're in their front line.
You have a group of seniors, and you got a group of people, and you got some people living in what you call like abandoned building, and they call it the bando. They live in a bando building, and sometimes they have lights, sometimes they don't have lights, and sometimes they could be living in there and don't have no stoves or nothing, or somewhere there's a hot plate or something like that, or they go to a neighbor. But sometimes the pop top open one, we don't take no pork. Okay, so we're anything with the easy to open, that's good for the people who live in bandos and live in place to place, or they what we call like a transitional thing. That we don't call them homeless, we call them transitional. They're going from one level to the next level. They need that, but the regular canned goods can go to the family. Where you got some people just moving in, they need that. You got sisters with children, they need assistance in Veterans Affairs and seniors. Some seniors just have enough for a place to stay, but they short on the food. So all that kind of stuff, and they're very appreciative. They don't knock on the door unless they really need it. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's so important.
Yes, sir. Now, I witnessed this when I was there a few weeks ago, so let me make sure I understand this and tell the audience as well. So the 10,000 Fearless building is right in the heart of the Bluff, brothers and sisters. The Bluff is one of the most neglected areas in the Southeast. And so it's been cleaned up since the 10,000 Fearless was established by Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad. May Allah eternally be I'm eternally grateful to Allah for him following the guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for that. Because when I remember going through the Bluff before, I went through there one time, one of the worst places I've ever seen in my life, and it's slowly but surely getting better with time. And so to make it clear, there's brothers and sisters who need everything. They need food, they need clothing, they need shelter, they need love, they need understanding, and they need all these things. So there's people who are seniors, and there's abandoned building brothers and sisters who are transitioning. No pork products, so no pork and beans, no beanie weenies, no Vienna sausages, none of that. But because we're not going to give that to no one. We just tell you to just take it back and bring it back to where you got it from. Easy to open food. What would you consider easy open food? Like those soups?
You got the ravioli, you got the vegetables, you got the many things. Hey, the tuna, peanut butter and jelly, things like that. They can use that more and better when they're coming over here. And you can use anything to your description that you want to bring, as long as not the pork products and things you can buy at the store. You can buy the little lunch meat with the turkey package in there, and you can bring it over here, and canned goods and everything, and all that helps out too, because it's nothing like having at least a certain amount of cans when people knock on the door, and hey man, look here, I just got off from work, man. I ain't got my first paycheck. I just need some food. Here's some canned goods, and some assistance to get you through the week. Right. I've
seen that firsthand. Yeah. In fact, the time I was down there talking with you a few weeks ago, I saw that several brothers come in there. They just need a little something, and as you said, and I want to spend a few minutes on that, the conflict resolution. A lot of brothers and sisters in that area just need a sane human being to talk with. Do you feel at liberty they just need a sane person to talk. Do you feel at liberty to discuss not the personal issues? Do you want to talk about some of the situations that people come to you with down there in that neighborhood?
Right. They may knock on the door, man, and I'm having a hard time, man. I need somewhere to stay. One time I was downtown Atlanta. It's been about, just before the virus thing hit, I went to pick the people up from the shelter down the Gateway. And I was standing out there, and I asked the lady, did she want to go to the prayer breakfast we have at the mosque that Student Minister Abdul Sharif established. It's been 15 years since you've been there. And she said, yeah, I would like to go. She said, I got some children. And I'm looking at it, it's cold now. Goddamn, it's about 30, 40 degrees. She said, well, they over there they were sitting on the sidewalk, laying on the sidewalk under this cover. I said, ain't nobody up there. Maybe I'm going to lose her mind. They popped up, 3 girls.
Yes, sir. Yes,
they
sir.
Popped up out of there, and I took them, and I started picking them up, me, Brother Thomas, and then we got a couple of sisters from Brother Albert, and we started bringing her to the mosque, and she started getting herself together. And she started feeling good. The spirit started feeling good. And then she had a storage bin. I take her to the storage to get her stuff. And then she called me one night. She didn't have nowhere to stay. So what I did is that I called one of the other connections from the other brother from the other community, and I called him, and he put up for a night. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And by that time, he put up for the night, and he put up for the night, and she turned out to be, man, got on her foot. She's doing well. Her children.
Praise be to Allah.
In school, man, hey, praise be to Allah. Things are working out better and better, because you be saying, wow. Because when you show people love, man, it picks their spirit up.
Yes, sir.
And when you tell them that, hey, you ain't did nothing that nobody else never did, because ain't nobody knocked on the door told me something happened and ain't nobody went through it.
Right.
You ain't going to be the first one and you ain't going to be the last. You just got to keep on fighting. Okay?
Come on, brother.
But what happens is that we lose the focus on God. So you got to keep God in front of you. I don't care if you get a little rocky, you got to keep that pace and go, because God brings peace and patience to you, and then you focus and you can think. And see, when you start thinking better, you can move quickly and move better and respond better. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And you can't give up. You got to keep on going. Keep on going.
Beautifully. Well said, brother. Let's talk about the conflict resolution. Now, I remember when the first time I interviewed Minister Reef about the 10,000 Feelers several years ago, he had talked about a couple of instances where conflict resolution, there was a brother and his father-in-law were about to go to blows, and that was resolved real quick. What are some of the what are some of the things lately that you've seen going on since COVID-19 in the neighborhood that have been resolved?
One of the things dealing with the COVID-19 and people coming by, they stopping, and they come by and they see you with the mask on and the gloves, and you know it's real. Then you say, hey man, let me get a mask, because we got masks and we give away masks every day. To the community. Ministries made sure they have masks for the community, sanitizing everything, and they begin to be more responsible, and you teach them how to be responsible. First, they wasn't wearing their masks, they began to start wearing their masks now. Going to work, coming to work, walking in the community each and every day. And just being able to tell the people what you need, make sure your information, I got information on the coronavirus, sanitize the place, keep the place clean, and what all you need to do is just keep it clean and keep it focused and energy in the spirit, and giving everybody a good spirit to be all right, you know what I mean? Social distance and everything. So they learn a lot from the 10,000 Feelers. So that's one of the key things, and keep the faith. They see we get up every morning. They see we keep the place clean. They see we got food on the table every day. Okay, this is real. So they feel good about what we're doing here, and it makes them feel good about how they doing it. If they say we could do it, you could do it, And that's the key thing right now that I think all of us have to be able to appreciate, the being able to keep it clean and social distance and keep the faith, because, this soon will pass, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I know exactly what you mean.
That's right.
Now I want to talk about the better. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Brother Barry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Brother Mike. Go ahead.
Oh, no, sir. I was just going to ask you about the Veterans Affairs. Now, you said there's some veterans that come through. Tell me what's going on with our veterans, black veterans in particular, or anyone that's in the area. What's going on? What you seeing going on with them?
Well, what happened? You got Mr. Sharif had already spoke with the Veterans Affairs, and if we get 50 people that need to be picked up, they will come and pick them over here and take them to the hospital, or they'll take them over to Fort McPherson, where they do a process over there. And then we have different ones that for the last 5 years we have related to, talked to. We've seen some got on their foot. We help a lot of them got their checks. We assist them to different with housing and things like that. And we've seen some that we work with, man, was just was out of it. All of a sudden, they done got it together. See, sometimes when you show love for people, you got to show love deep enough. Minister Sharif said, we don't love deep enough. And then it came from Minister Farrakhan and said, we don't love deep enough. And I watched student Minister Sharif, he loved deep enough. He looked past your faults and so you need. And that's the thing we have to do with our veterans, And they, every day, you run into them every day, and it's not just a one-time talking to them. It's a process, Would you help me? I'll help you, brother. Just call Brother Mike, and Mike will be able to help you, assist you along with your checks and things like that. So, Veterans Affairs, man, it's just, yes, sir. It's a process over 5 years. We don't help tremendously, a lot of them. But sometimes you don't know the numbers because sometimes when money comes, we change, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see someone down the street, oh, man, I got my check, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gone. You don't see him no more, but at least
no, you know,
yeah, you don't see him no more. And that's a good thing because that means they up and running.
It's a good thing.
You know good and well that Allah has helped you to help them, and the Quran says we don't seek recognition and acknowledgement for doing good. We just do good for goodness sake, and
right.
So that's exactly what the 10,000 fearless men and women is all about, Brother Barry. Brother Barry, we're going to take a quick little few-minute break. You going to be able to stay with us for about another 20, 30 minutes after the break?
Yes, sir. Whatever you need me to do, brother.
Praise be to Allah, Brother Barry. Thank you. This is Brother Barry. Hold tight, Brother Barry. Brothers and sisters who are listening to the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, we will be back after these brief messages. You're listening to 10,000 Fearless of the South interview, season finale, season 4, with Brother Michael Muhammad and Brother Barry Muhammad. Coming up after this, we're going to continue. We're going to talk more about the 10,000 Fearless and how you can help and what some of the good things that are going on and some of the things that you can do, brothers and sisters, to help from the comfort of your home if need be. We'll return after these brief messages. Nat Turner Library Radio Show.
Stay tuned for Nat Turner Library Radio.
FinalCall.com. FinalCall.com. One word, FinalCall.com. The award-winning website for the realest and most accurate black news available on the planet. FinalCall.com. Fair, reasonable, accurate, and inclusive. We are a unifying website. FinalCall.com. Go there today.
Here to tell you about my research study. The research study titled Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind, Part 1, The Black Woman. The long-awaited first research study titled is designed for the original man and woman of North America and those who wish to know the truth. Go to bromichaelmuhammad.com, BroMichaelMuhammad.com. That's BroMichaelMuhammad.com. This title contains the hidden history from the antiquity of human beings to modern times and the behind-the-scenes demise of black consciousness. Did you know that the black woman has a direct connection to the river systems in America? Did you know that the fable of black skin being a curse is not in the Bible, but indeed a creation of the Babylonian Talmud. Also, in this book, you'll find the hidden history behind the women's liberation movement and black human rights as a form of black disunity. All of this and much, much more. Go to bromichaelmuhammad.com and purchase the book, Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind. This award-winning book is available now from Amazon on an e-reader, and you can purchase the hard copy at bromichaelmuhammad.com. You can also call 678-777-8288, 678-777-8288 to order your copy. I also am available for speaking engagements on the subject matter of this commentary. Call again, 678-777-8288, or visit bromichaelmuhammad.com. Also, go to Facebook and look up Checkmate, The War for the Black Mind, Part 1. Also on Instagram, Checkmate. Learn how to keep your black mind your own. Peace.
Stay tuned for Nat Turner Library Radio.
Greetings. My name is Sister Alicia Muhammad. I am the founder of Elegant Mass Creations here in Atlanta, Georgia. As you all may know, all around the world today, many people of different race, color, and creed are being affected by COVID-19. And the reality of the matter is, whether you believe it or not, thousands and millions of people are dying from this virus. My company is created simply to provide the world with a safer tomorrow. How can we flatten the curve? How can we protect our families? We must provide each other the necessities, the essentials. And right now, masks are our number one essential. We need to protect ourselves. Many of us can't help but to go outside. So how do we prevent the spread? Protect yourself. For more information, please visit our Facebook page at Elegant Mass Creations, or simply dial 678-598-3353. And remember, we provide not only elegant, sturdy, quality material masks, but we provide affordability.
Attracted some of the most brilliant award.
Nat Turner Library Radio.
Nat Turner Library Radio.
Nat Turner Library Radio. And we're back. We're talking today on July 5th, 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're talking with Director of the 10,000 Fearless here of the South, Brother Barry Muhammad, 515-605-9762. In just a moment, if Brother Barry allows, we'll go to the audience and see if you got any questions for him on how you can help. I'm going to say it again, how you, the audience, can help. I don't want any criticism. I don't want anyone talking about what the 10,000 Fearless should do. You got any suggestions, call Brother Barry direct at 404-437-0608. I don't want to hear anything from anyone about that. I believe if you're going to help in this cause of freedom, justice, and equality, you're going to help. So anything that someone may have as a comment or appreciation, do so. I don't want to hear any criticism or none of that. I don't have patience for that with anything that I know is a good cause. And so, brothers and sisters, 515-605-9762. 515-605-9762. We're going to go to the lines shortly. Brother Barry, you still there, sir?
Yes, sir.
All praises due to Allah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Brother Barry, thank you for all that you've done. I'm going to go through the list again for the audience. We got a few people on the line, and I want to go through that list again of the way they can call you direct at 404-437-0608. They can donate at paypal.me/10,000fearless. That's 10000. Cash App, if you want to send a donation, $10,000. That's $10,000 Fearless Atlanta. GoFundMe.com/10,000 Fearless. Website to check anything out that you need is 10,000. That's 10,000 fearlessofthesouth.com. Brother Barry, are the clothing still available? The 10,000 Fearless clothing?
Yes, sir. I'm talking to you right now. Somebody dropping off clothes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the 10,000 Fearless merchandise I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Everything's still up there. You got to go online and order it. You know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, there are a lot of great clothing that's available. The 10,000 Fearless shirts. The 10,000 Fearless shirts. If brothers and sisters who bought some years ago, it's time to get new ones. They should be worn out, or you probably don't know where they're at. Go ahead and buy some new 10,000 Fearless. While you're in a given mood, please donate something to the 10,000 Fearless. I believe, I'll say it again, I believe, brothers and sisters, that if you put something toward what you believe to help your people, then I believe Allah will return the blessing if it's sincere. If you're just doing it just to say you did it and say, look at me, I did a donation, then don't give anything to anyone in that spirit, but help out in the best way you can. Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Barry, for all you're doing so far. Well, okay, you had mentioned a lot earlier. I just had another quick question, if you would, and then we'll see if you're willing to get some of the people there. You had mentioned counseling, and you have a professional counselor that comes there. Can you tell this audience, what are some of the things you're noticing that people are dealing with? Some of the more, you don't have to go into detail, obviously. When they come to you and they say, hey, I need to get counseling or I need some therapy or whatever, what are some of the things you notice that the people are bothering with?
Well, it's basically a little bit of depression, things going bad, and things are struggle, and they need a little help from relationship breakups, from misunderstanding, from growing up, some situation where we haven't been a great father, and we give them counseling to get back on track and everything, and that too, and also we have the conflict resolution, which is an arrangement to be able to meet with someone specialized in conflict resolution, and also when we out here feeding and patrolling the people, we conflict resolution every day, which is our basically with our conversation every day, of just dealing with each other. Because sometimes a kind word, it means a lot. Yes, if you ask somebody, say, brother, did anybody tell you they love you today? He said, no, man, we just let you know you love you. So we created that movement, and people come around and they say the same thing to do, man. I just called to let y'all know I appreciate what y'all doing. You know what I mean?
Yes,
each and every day. And so very sincerely. And we've been in 5 years, so we affected the community on one level or next level, I remember one story when a guy was really upset with a guy about something happened. He wanted to physically hurt the man. And I told him, I said, brother, we ain't going to allow you to hurt nobody around here. I say, all the work the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan doing, Student Minister Abdul Sharif Mohammed, Reverend Tim McDonald working over here, because I want everybody to know it's a Muslim and Christian thing working over here together. So he thought about it. And he was hot, but he was mad, and then all of a sudden he saw the brother soldiering in the area. He saw about 20 brothers walking towards his way. And then he thought about it. He said the brother started talking to his brother. I talked with him. He said, man, you're right. It ain't worth it, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's one of the reasons when the brothers patrolling or we feeding, you talking to them, and when you're talking to them in the spirit of love and unity, you can feel the pain. And sometimes this brother, he just needs a dap. Or they may be walking past by and you could be hearing them. They could be walking through, hey, man, did you eat today? He said, no, man, come and get you something to eat. And what you want. And sometimes, brother, I might cook for him. I said, man, come back for about 20 minutes. I'm going to cook you some baked chicken, some fried fish, a salad, some eggs, some toast, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. Got you. If I may, they need that. I remember my father, may Allah be pleased with him. My father, whose name was Moses, he died when I was 16, he returned to the essence. He used to do that very same thing, Brother Barry. He used to go ahead and feed people right out of our kitchen. And we were poor growing up, but I remember seeing that. And it made a difference with the young people in the community. I used to ask my father when I was young, like, why are you doing that? You know, we was poor. And he would get bologna sandwiches and food right out of our kitchen, give it to him, and say, hey, have something to eat. And, man, later on in life, people would always appreciate his hard work and showing that love. So I know exactly what you mean, Brother Barry. I know exactly what you mean. Brother Barry, do you have some time to allow the audience to, if you have any questions or comments, I'm going to screen them real quick.
Yes, I do.
You have a moment for that?
Also, Brother Mike, I want you to remind the people that we looking for a patrol car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we can get back on the patrolling. You know, we have the van, the bus. We need some more cars so we can get back on the patrolling. So we got to get some more cars because the other cars. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it. Okay, so brothers and sisters, let me, if I may, Brother Barry, tell the audience what I know. The 10,000 Fearless, as advised by or I should say started by student Mr. Abdul Sharif Muhammad, had a patrol car and a van and all that. But, hey, we need money and you need a car in order to get this started. So, and you do it again and keep it maintained. Some of you who are listening today or listening on the podcast may have a vehicle that's just sitting around that runs, but you don't know what to do with it. You may have inherited it from some family member who's no longer with us, and it may be a vehicle that can be transformed to be a 10,000 Fearless Patrol vehicle. And so all we ask is that you contact Brother Barry, 404-437-0608. And is that the best way to do it? Just give you a call directly and say, hey, look, we got a vehicle for you?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to God. It's just that simple. So, it's good to give money, but, just go ahead and say, hey, look, I want to donate this to help make the community a better place to live. I mean, it's a better place to live, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. So, yes, vehicles, trucks, vans, small cars, large cars, whatever you got. If you know someone who's got a car sitting around, not some hoopty that ain't working, something that you know is going to work, because, we ain't got no mechanic shop at the 10,000 Fearless, you see. So please call Brother Barry, say, hey, look, I got a vehicle. I know someone who has one, 404-437-0608. All right, Brother Barry, let's hold tight for a moment, and let me see if we can get to the people. Brother Barry, give me about 3 minutes to check with the audience, see if they got any questions or comments. I'm going to play a quick clip in the background while I'm checking with the audience of the minister in 2015 talking about the 10,000 Fearless, so people understand what it's all about, okay?
That's right.
All right. Hold tight. Here's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan discussing the 10,000 Fearless in 2015.
I'm looking for 10,000 in the midst of a million. Listen. I'm looking for 10,000 in the midst of the million. Midst of the million. 10,000 fearless men. Who say death is sweeter than continued life under tyranny. It's sweeter than to continue to live and bury our children while white folks give the killer hamburgers. Death is sweeter than watching us slaughter each other to the joy of a 400-year-old enemy. Death is sweeter. The Quran teaches persecution is worse than slaughter. Then it says retaliation is prescribed in matters of the slain. Retaliation is a prescription from God to calm the breath of those whose children have been slain. Black man in the White House, and you're treating him like a dog. You call him a nigger. You say he's a Hitler. You say he's a
liar from the well of Congress.
Yeah. So, he knows now that he's nothing to them but a nigger in the White House that they intend to get out. Pardon me for saying it like that, but you all know I'm telling the truth. Brother, I respect the flag, and I'm not going out here to kill white people. But listen to what I said. I said, if, hypothetical, the federal government will not intercede on our behalf to give us justice, then we're going to have to rise up and kill those who kill us. Well, if all you white people are trying to kill us, what the hell are you afraid of? It's those that kill us that need to be terrified. We're not getting justice, brother. The law of retaliation is what I quoted. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It is a prescription from God to ease the breast of those who are slain. See, I would be a hypocrite if I went and said to white people, you wrong for killing us. They've been killing us ever since we met them. So killing us is nothing new for them. But our killing of one another is new. And that has to be addressed. So I said, I'm looking for 10,000 fearless men out of the million. That death is sweeter than living under tyranny.
All right, we're back. That was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, some snippets from the last 5 years dealing with 10,000 Fearless concept. Brother Barry, you still there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. Do you have any comments on what our teacher and guide had to say about the 10,000 Fearless, sir?
I bear witness to everything he said.
Praise
everything he's talked about right now. And the reality of everything is that showing love for the people. And if you ask the question, where did the love go? We don't love deep enough. We ain't concerned, Like a brother just told me today, he came by today, and he was helping out today. He said he was at the store, and he saw the lady on the floor outside of the grocery store in Publix. And he said when he saw her, and she was asking for some money to their daughter down on the other end, and he just walked past her. And he said he got home and bothered him. But he didn't even ask to say what he was saying. He should have offered her something. Because you never know a person could. Did you think somebody's going to be out there sitting on the floor for a long time trying to raise some money? She must have really needed it, brother. But you couldn't offer $1 or $5 or something to me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
we just got to be more concerned again.
Indeed, I bear witness to what you're saying. Last week, I saw a brother next to a Dollar Tree, not too far from where I live in the northern suburbs up here, and the brother was a veteran. And he, I talked to him for a little bit just to make sure he was, sober and whatnot. And brother said, man, he just lost his job. He had nothing to eat. I gave him some money. I gave him about $20. I gave him one of my protein shakes that I had from my exercising that I had was unopened, and he appreciated it, stopped what he was doing, went and got some food. He said, brother, he appreciated it, man. Gave me some dap, and I said, brother, if you need anything else, man, just let me know. He said, no, this will do. He said he just needed something to eat, and I felt the spirit of the brother, and so I don't have a lot of money. I'm a poor man. I'm not poor, but I'm not a rich man yet. So $20 it means something, but it means more to him than it does to me, and so I gave the brother his money, and I said, look. I don't need a photo op for this. I just want the brother to live, you see. And so, it seemed to bring a smile to his face. It brought a couple of tears to him. He was happy. May Allah bless him to survive, and so that's what we need.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Quick, one of the audience members who's been a long-time listener and of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show, he's been a long-time guest on 3 occasions here on this show, a brother who is the CEO of the only immunotherapy solution here in North America to women of color, a brother who was on a couple weeks ago. He wanted to shout out to the 10,000 Fearless and offer his support in any way he can. Brother Eric Ahad Muhammad, out there on the West Coast, who will soon be coming to the East Coast, inshallah, in the next month or so. He offered his support to the 10,000 Fearless, to the community. You had mentioned COVID-19 concerns. What brother, and what the natures-v.com. Brothers and sisters, go to natures-v.com to get your ImmunoBoost 100. It is an immunotherapy supplement that will help you boost your immune system to fight COVID. What he can offer, he said, basically is if you have people there who are getting sick and getting immune diseases like lupus and alopecia and COVID-19, I wanted to tell you a site where they can go so they can get the solution for it. Natures-v.com. Yeah. So basically, Brother Barry, natures-v, natures-v.com. I want to know, is there a number that they can call? So let me get Brother on the line real quick. His name is Brother Eric. If you don't mind, Brother Barry, let me get him on real quick with us just to see if there a way for the call. Brother Eric, are you there, sir?
Yes, sir, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, alaikum salam. Thank you. Welcome, Brother Eric. Let me give you the studio applause here real quick for what you're doing with Nature's V. Hey, Brother Eric, in the situation here at the 10,000 Fearless building, Brother Barry, has situations where people may need help right away. Is there a quick number that a person can call to get the ImmunoBoost if they got COVID and they got, HIV and stuff like that, and they can get the healing? And by the way, Brother Barry, this is that substance that the minister was talking about yesterday of how to solve this COVID-19. Brother has it. Brother Eric Ahad here has it. We can't mention the name on it for legal reasons, but he has the substance the minister talked about. So if somebody in that area got it, what's the number, Brother Eric, that they can call?
Yes, sir. You can call the our Autoimmune Disease Foundation, where we take donations for people like what Brother Barry is dealing with in the community who can't afford it. And that number is 805-607-9072. Brother Barry, you deal in the community. First of all, brother, I just want to commend you on the work that you have been doing in coordination with Student Reader Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad. But, the work is on the worker, brother, and I just want to commend you personally for taking on that work and holding up that flag, because if the South doesn't rise, then our people don't have a chance, brother. So we just want to say that the Nature's V family, we've been around for 26 years. You know of the brother who got cured of HIV at the Million Man March. That's the same company that did that. And we're here. We now have a nonprofit autoimmune disease foundation to where we want to help people who can't help themselves but do want to live their lives. And since Atlanta is the hotbed for HIV with our women and sisters, then the Autoimmune Disease Foundation is for women of color. It's the only one in the United States that deals with that, and we do have a donation program to where we take on as many as we can afford with the donations that we get to help them to get back to greater health. And I don't know any better way for us to do that than through the 10,000 Fearless. So I want to make the first offer of this support to you, because I am in Georgia now, and I want to help you do what you're doing with the community.
Yes, sir. Give me your number again, brother.
805.
Okay.
607-9072. Again, that's 805-607-9072. That's Natures, Natures, -v.com.
Okay, what's your name again?
Eric Ahad, EricAhad.
Okay.
All right. You got that, Brother Barry? If not, you just check with me and I'll give you the rest. Okay. Thank you, Brother Eric Ahad, for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Eric Ahad, for that. That's the Autoimmune Foundation nonprofit help for people with these diseases such as HIV, COVID-19, so on and so forth. Brothers and sisters, listen to that show last week that we had done with the testimonies so you understand what the substance is and what it can do. So that phone number direct is 805-607-9062. Is that right for the nonprofit?
No, sir.
Is that right?
No, 9072. 9072.
Okay, I just said it wrong. I wrote it right. Sorry about that. 805-607-9072. Yes, sir. We got that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. You got anything else to add, Brother Eric, before I let you go?
I just want to say,
I will definitely will give you a call, brother. Run it by the minister. I'll give you a call.
Thank you very much.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Eric.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to leave you, Brother Eric, as I read you in the words of peace. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Eric. So thank you, sir.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother Michael. Congratulations on this year's finale and great show.
Thank you. Thank you. All praise is due to Allah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Barry, we got about another 5 or 6 minutes. Now, we talked about a lot with the 10,000 Fearless. What would you like to highlight about what is needed? Because my goal in this show is to highlight to the audience and those who will be listening in the coming weeks what is needed. Again, we talked about at the beginning. Let's mention it again.
Recruit for the 10,000 Fearless. Recruit for the 10,000 Fearless. Conflict resolution. And the vehicle. And definitely for the donation, because we got to have the donation to keep it going, you know.
Yes, sir.
You definitely keep it going over here with because we have a tremendous highlight there right now, and definitely that, and we definitely need your support, you know, financially too. Okay.
Praise be to Allah, Brother Barry.
That's right.
I'm just going to mention it again, brothers and sisters. Give something to a worthy cause. There's a lot of stuff to give money to, but the enemy tax us and don't give us nothing at all. So, you know, I mean, we pay taxes on food, we pay taxes on clothing, we pay taxes for money that we got and tax the tax of the money. I'm battling the IRS all the time with something stupid that they talking about I owe them. They ain't going to get nothing from it. But the point is, I would rather much give money to a cause that is doing something for the people. PayPal.me/10,000Fearless. GoFundMe.com/10,000Fearless. Go to the website, 10,000fearlessofthesouth.com. Give something and call Brother Barry direct, 404-437-0608. Brother Barry, now, I want to say this before we leave. You had mentioned the car that's needed. You mentioned volunteers. Go ahead.
Yeah. Volunteers. We need volunteer recruit for the 10,000 Fearless, and we definitely need a vehicle. Anybody got any vehicle they want to donate it so we can use a vehicle, functional driving vehicle that we can use it for community patrolling.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Key thing is functionally working. Don't give no hoopty with no tires, no transmission. Talking about, hey, you might be able to get one. Get something that's actually working. Instead of you making $500 to $1,000 or $2,000 on it, you can give it to a cause that can, there. Now, does the 10,000 for those who have big donations, like big monetary or physical donations, does the 10,000 Fearless provide receipts for tax purpose?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your tax purpose, when you call us for your tax purpose, our nonprofit is People United for Change.
Okay, so the name of the tax, gotcha.
Right, People United for Change. So that's for the nonprofit. Okay.
Beautiful. Well, Brother Barry, you got 2 more minutes here. What would you like to add to the audience? Anything at all?
I just want to tell everybody, in the spirit of love and unity, just keep listening to Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Just hear and obey, and just carry out what he asks us to do. Like everybody, Muslim, Christian, everybody, just carry out what he do, and let's spread the word, and spread the love and unity, and help the people. If we practice what we practice and it's good for us, and we still alive and kicking, we can do the same for you. you could do the same too. You know,
praise be to Allah.
Definitely that. Praise be to Allah.
Thank you, Brother Barry. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
No, you are very welcome. I'm honored, Brother Barry, to have you as our guest, and this won't be a last time. We're going to start Season 2 in another month or so, and then I'd like you to come back on again so we can keep doing this drive. I'm going to do what I can to keep doing this drive to get support for the 10,000 Fearless. You know, we can all do something, and so I'm going to say it while you're on the air, brothers and sisters. This is not some fly-by-night organization who's looking to hustle and get some money for somebody's pocket. You see, this is a way for the brothers and sisters who are listening. I want you to know who's listening. Now, we got people, Brother Barry, who are listening next week and 2 weeks from now and a month from now. If you're listening to this live or not live, give something toward the cause. I've seen the 10,000 Fearless for many a year, the last few years, actually working in the community hardcore in the toughest, roughest environment that you can imagine. And they're making a difference. Give something. And if you got $100 million to give, and you know Tyler Perry or Oprah or somebody, do it, because, you know, it's going to make a mega difference. If you got $2 to give something, okay? You got some food, you don't have no money, you can volunteer some time. You know, call up Brother Barry at 404-437-0608 and say, hey, I ain't got nothing, but I got some time I can give you on such a day. Roll up your sleeves and get ready to work. You know, get some training and get some work. Okay, so praise be to Allah. Anything else you want to add, Brother Barry?
Brother Mike, I just want to thank you for your successful show, for you and your family, and may Allah bless you and continue blessing you while you carry out doing the work of Jesus. And it's so important to be able to pull some oil in somebody's head, some information. It's very powerful. That means you're doing work and continue to bless you and your family. And may Allah bless you and bless you to continue to working, brother. And, I remember when you didn't have the show. I remember when I seen you came, and every time you came to the 10,000 Fields or to the mosque or to class, and you were teaching salesmanship. It is very powerful. You're a good brother, and may Allah bless you with all the success that you need to continue spreading the word, man. I just want to thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Brother Barry. Love you, man. Love you for the work you're doing. And thank you for those commendations. It's well received and well appreciated. Brothers and sisters, that's Brother Barry. Brother Barry, I'm going to leave you on the show as I greeted you in the words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Wa alaikum salam, my brother.
Stay strong, soldier. We'll be in contact. You are welcome, and thank you.
On behalf of Student Minister Sharif, you send the greetings, and thank you.
Oh, please return the greetings to Student Minister Abdul Sharif Muhammad and tell him I said and we said on the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. Thank you, and thank you.
That's right.
All praise the Lord. Brothers and sisters, that was Brother Barry Muhammad from the 10,000 Fearless of the South. I want to reiterate a couple of strong points. Go to the site, www.10000fearlessofthesouth.com. I want you to call if you have something. You got something that somebody needs. Let me put it to you like this, brothers and sisters. When somebody in the street don't have nothing, the thing that you don't use in your house or in your garage is something that can help somebody, okay? Whether it's clothing, okay, whether it's food, whether it's a chair, whether it's some whatever, a car that you got. You may have 10 cars in your backyard or something, and 2 of them work. Go ahead and donate it. Call Brother Barry first, and the big items like furniture and all that, call him first, 404-437-0608. It's going to mean the world for somebody. I've done that before many years ago. I've had some furniture that I gave right out of my house to a brother who just came out of prison. He ain't had nothing. He was an FOI. And brother was so appreciative. And the brother a few years later started his own barbershop, and he had plenty of money coming in. And sometimes those little things mean something. And they're not little to them. They're big, but they're little to you and I because we don't use it no more. It may mean something to somebody. So please, 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 brothers and sisters, go ahead and donate something. If you don't know what to do and you got a few dollars, $10, $20, $100 every so often, make it a commitment to yourself to give something to the 10,000 Fearless, but to the believers who are listening to the show. If you're in the Nation of Islam, donate to your mosque locally and nationally to the causes. Don't forget that, okay? Please go to my site, www.bromichaelmuhammad.com. In this off season, when we come back in season 5, we're going to deal with a lot more subjects. But in this off season, I want you to listen to the archives. We did a lot of shows, twice as many as we normally do, because we want to give you information on COVID-19. Please go to natures-v.com or healthatitsbest.net or lsow.org and get you some of that ImmunoBoost 100 that's going to get you right with this COVID-19 and any other disease the enemy may bring. Please, please, please support me, brothers and sisters, by buying my book or my e-book at bromichaelmuhammad.com. Click on shop, buy something, anything to support this thing, because the enemy is giving money to their causes. They gave $500,000 to George Zimmerman after he had to defend himself for killing an innocent brother, Trayvon Martin, down in Florida several years ago. So surely you and I can benefit by getting something, cause that we believe. Support your independent media. Support Final Call Digital by going to finalcalldigital.com. Support Final Call Radio. Brothers and sisters, support your local mosque and studio. If you don't know where it is, go to NOI.org. Find out. Call somebody and say, hey, what can I do to help in the cause of freedom, justice, and equality? But, brothers and sisters, tonight's show is about the 10,000 Fearless, so I'm advising you, go to 10,000fearlessofthesouth.com and call Brother Barry. If you got something large, if we can arrange to where it can go, no matter what it is. Nothing's too big, nothing is too small when it comes to things that people need. If they don't have nothing at all, something means something to that person. That is 404 that you can call, 404-437-0608. We had a strong, powerful season this season, season 4, brothers and sisters, the best yet. We've had guests from the beginning, including the beginning of the season where we started out talking about what it is to be a vegetarian and what you can do, all the way to counseling that you can get during this COVID-19, to Dr. Aleem Muhammad, who talked about the conspiracy and the reality of COVID-19, to Dr. Brother Victor Muhammad, who's been on several times to discuss immunotherapy and what ImmunoBoost 100 does and all the things that he knows about genetic warfare. We've had stuff on here talking with our student minister, Stanley Muhammad, a brother who was actually had to deal with what was going on with Sister Ruth in Mexico and how he survived that, a good, faithful man. We've had plenty of guests. Go back to the archives of this season at bromichaelmuhammad.com. Brothers and sisters, please, please, please go to NOI.org and watch the video of the minister yesterday, 4th of July, the 90th anniversary of our beloved Nation of Islam. I thank Allah eternally for appearing to us in the person of Master Wali Fard Muhammad, who holy praises are indeed due forever, and I thank him for raising up the Christ, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and leaving in our midst the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Watch this most crucial, important, wise knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan gave us on Saturday, 4th of July, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch the replay of that so you can learn about what's going on. Don't let anybody tell you anything about what the minister said here for yourself. Know who your enemy is and know yourself. Brothers and sisters, that concludes Season 4 of the Nat Turner Library Radio Show. I look forward to getting back with you with some more powerful subjects, more guests, more information. Please, please, please support this show at bromichaelmuhammad.com. Support the Nat Turner Library at going to natturnerlibrary.com. Support the books and authorship of the founder of the Nat Turner Library at Khalifa Muhammad by going to KhaBooks, KHABooks.com. But most importantly, brothers and sisters, support your own and be yourself. May Allah bless you this summer as we come back for Season 5 soon. If it please Allah, we'll come back with more information. to protect yourself and protect yourself and your loved ones during this time of war and this time of destruction. Nat Turner Library Radio Show will return, Season 5, soon. And I leave you all, as I greeted you from the beginning of the season, in the words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum.
Nat Turner Library Radio.
Nat Turner Library Radio.